Good afternoon to all. We are discussing the unit memory management. And in this particular unit, the topic so far we have discussed are nothing but your continuous allocation, single partition allocation, multiple partition allocation. And in the previous lecture, we discussed about the paging as well as the segmentation scheme. Then we also discussed about the virtual memory, the demand paging concept, and the very important is nothing but the page fault. And when the page fault occurs in the system, so we can say that we need to recover or we need to rectify that particular page fault with the help of page replacement. That is nothing but the need of page replacement, right? And to replace this particular page, we have to select a particular victim page from the main memory so that the desired page must be brought inside the main memory and the execution of the process will continue. So in this case, how to select that particular victim page? That answer is given by our algorithms. We are calling it as a page replacement algorithm, right? So these algorithms are nothing but your FIFO page replacement algorithm, first in, first out. Yesterday we have discussed this FIFO page replacement algorithm. The logic of this algorithm says that you have to replace the page. You have to replace the page that has bring first, that is input first in the main memory, that is to be removed or that is to be out from the main memory first, right? And accordingly we have to carry out the further calculation. So we have also discussed one example. So for implementation point of view, this algorithm is easy to understand as well as easy to program. Performance is not always good because it will not going to give you the optimum page fault number of page fault. You remember this value, number of page faults we are getting for the same string is nothing but 15. So this is nothing but the 20 references are made here, memory references. For the 20 memory reference strings, we are getting a 15 number of page faults, right? So these are the strings. This is the string 701203, then 042303, 212 01701, right? So first what it will do here, so we are considering the number of frames. How many number of frames are there? Only 3 number of frames are there. So initially there is a no page is being assigned inside the main memory. No frame is currently free. Sorry, no frame is currently allocated. All 3 frames are free. So 7 reference is made to page number 7. Page fault occurs. That's why I called it as a page fault number 1. So to recover from the page fault, the 7 number must be brought inside the main memory. Frame is free. So no doubt the 7 is placed inside the main memory. Reference is made to page number 0. Reference made to page number 0, right? And the page fault occurs. So because 0 is not present in the memory, that's why the page fault occurs. To recover from this page fault, 0 is bring inside the main memory and the page fault will satisfy. The next reference made to number 1 page number 1, the page that has number 1 is not present inside the main memory, the page fault occurs, and you will get here 701. This is the memory looks like this way. 7 number page is there, 0 number is there, and page number 1 is there. Now when the next memory reference is made to page number 2, now up till now no, there was no problem. Why? Because there are 3 frames and they are free. So the 3 number or the 3 pages, they can be easily accommodated. There is no question, though the page fault occurs, though this 3 page fault occurs, but this 3 page fault can be nullify or satisfy with the help of the free frames. But here onwards, if the reference is made to 2 and the 2 is not present, so we can call it as a page fault occurs. And now to recover or to correct this particular page fault, that 2 must be bring inside the memory. So out of this 701, one page is to be removed from the main memory, so that page number 2 must be placed on that particular location. So which page is to be removed? So FIFO says that replace that particular page which has brought earlier, means which has the first in and first out strategy. So 7 is the, so here is the comparison, 7, 0 and 1. So you can see that 7 is the page which was the first page, so that's why you are going to replace that 7 by 2 by 7, then 0 and 1 as it is, right? Then memory reference made to 0. So as memory reference made to 0, but 0 is already available, there is no question about the page fault. Then comes to number 3. Next page reference made is equal to 3. So in this case 3 is not present, that's why page fault occur. We call it as a page fault number 5. And here so which is to be replaced now? Comparison between 2, 0 and 1. Out of this 2, 0, 1, 0 is the oldest. 0 is the oldest comparison. So we have to compare the available here. How many 3 pages are available, and we have to compare between the present pages inside the main memory, right? So 201, which is the oldest? So 0 is the oldest. So replace 0 by 3. So 231. And the process continue. The same process continue here. 0 next reference is made to 0, and we can replace 1 because 1 is the oldest one. Then next reference made to 4, page fault occurs, and you are going replacing 2 by 4. Then reference made to 2 is not present, page fault number 8 occurs here. Then you are replacing this 3 by 2. Then next reference made to 3, and so on dot way you are going to replace the pages with the help of this FIFO strategy. You are replacing the pages with the help of FIFO strategy, and finally we are getting this particular count 15 are nothing but the page fault. So though comparatively it is very easy to understand, it is easy to implement programmatically. You can implement in C language or C++, very easy, no problem. There is no any one can say difficulty or any one can criticalness is there. It is very simple. But this particular algorithm suffers from Bailey's anomaly. So B-Lady's anomaly is nothing but what it says that though we are going to increase the number of frames, but still the page fault number get increased. So in one line you can explain like this: Bailey's anomaly is nothing but increase in number of frames also increases the number of page fault. And this is the only algorithm. Remember this point. The next that is LRU or optimal, they are not being suffered from this FIFO. This is so from Bailey's anomaly. This is the only algorithm, FIFO algorithm, which suffer from this problem. Why and how? So for that we have to justify this answer this with the help of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take this string and take the number of frames initially 3, and then take the number of frames that is equal to 4. So for 3, the page fault is equal to 9, and for 4 frames, if the number of frames are 4, the page fault equal to 10. So what is our assumption? So what our graph says that, what is our graph? So graph says that as you go on increasing your, the frame number, so definitely your page fault number must get decrease here. But this is not in case of this particular thing. You are increasing the frame from 3 to 4, and still the page fault is increased from 9 to 10. So this is the region. This particular is the region where your page fault increase, and this particular graph is called as the page fault curve for FIFO. So you have to give the justification by giving this example with 3 frames and 4 frames, right? And you have to draw this graph. So for 3 frames, for 3 frames, these are the 9 page fault. But if you are increasing the frame to 4, the 10 is the answer for the 4 number of frames. So this is the 3 frames, and these are the 4 frames. Getting this point? So this is the FIFO algorithm, the simplest one. I think this it clears all your doubt, I think, right? So the very simple, just go on replacing the page which comes first or which inputted first. You have to out that page first, replace that page first, right? So now we'll start the next. We'll see the next algorithm. Next is nothing but your optimal page replacement algorithm. So optimal page replacement, as the name itself indicates, it gives you the optimal number of page fault. It is best as compared to LRU and FIFO. It gives you the best number of page fault or minimum number of page fault. So how it works? So optimal, it is also called as a looking forward. This algorithm is also called as the looking into forward. Forward means what? You have to look into the future. You have to look into the future. So lowest page fault rate amongst all algorithms, among three algorithms, it never suffer from Bailey's anomaly. That is the second point. Then the logic is replace the page that will not be used for longest period of time. So you have to underline the word will not be used. This is to be underlined here. Replace that particular page that will not be used for the longest period of time, that we are going to replace here, right? So it guarantees the lowest possible page fault rate. The bottom line, it guarantees the lowest possible page fault rate for fixed number of frames, right? So example, now this is the just a simple logic. That means we have to look into the future. Means the replace the page. The one word or one line logic is that replace the page which will not be used in future for longest duration of time. That page we have to replace. right? See example again, the same string as considered in the previous algorithm, that is FIFO. That is nothing but your 7 0 1 2 0 3 0 4 2 3 0 3 2 1 2 0 1 7 0 1. That is the 20 memory references are made. The same string we are using in three algorithms, right? And now, and the frame numbers are also 3. Frames are also 3. So memory reference string is fixed. The frame numbers are frame number is also fixed. The three frames are there. Start. Now start executing the algorithm. See carefully, yeah, how I'm executing. Initially, the 3 frames are empty. 3 frames are free. Okay, and the memory reference is made to page number 7, and the memory reference is made to page number 7. The 7 is not available here in the free frame, correct? So page fault number 1 occurs. Page fault number 1 occurs. To correct this page fault, 7 page must be bring inside the main memory. So 7 I have brought here, and as the 3 frames are free, there is no question about the replacement because the frames are currently available, right? Okay. Next, the next memory reference is made to page number 0. 0 is not available in the memory. 0 page is not present in the memory. So that's why page fault number 2 occurs. To correct this page fault, I have to bring this 0 page inside the memory. Yes, there is a free frame, and I can have allocation inside that particular free frame for the page number 0 or the memory reference 0, and the page fault is get corrected. Now, next reference is 1. Next reference is 1, and so 1 is not here. There are only 7 and 0. So 1 is made here. So what I have to do here, the page fault occurs, and I have, so to correct this page fault, the 1 is to be bring inside the memory, and 1 is placed here. That is nothing but your 7 0 and 1. Okay, so up till now it is clear. 3 frames are there. Though the page fault occurs, the page fault request it is easily removed. Now when there is a request came from the process for the memory reference for the number 2, so it will check inside the memory. In the 3 frame there is a 7 page, 0 page, and 1 page. There is no page having number 2. That is nothing but the page fault occur. So I can call it as page fault number 4. Now out of 7 I have to replace one of the page. Out of 701 I have to replace one of the page. And which page is to be replaced out of 701? So here 701. So this optimal page replacement algorithm strategy, it gives me the logic that replace that particular page that will not be used for the longest amount of time. Now which page? Which page? So that 70. So I have to compare this 701. So I have to see out of these 3 pages, out of this page number 7, page number 0, and page number 1, which will not be used for the longest duration of time, that page will be replaced. Getting my point? So compare here. So means look forward. So you just remember this, looking forward in the reference string. Looking forward direction in the reference string means from here I have to look in this direction, in the right hand side direction, looking in this forward direction, right? So see here. Now 701. So 0. So immediately 0 is used here, right? 0, the page is 0. So 0 is immediately used here. Then 7 1. In this particular link, I go in this right hand side direction. In the future or in the forward direction, 1 is here and 7 is here. See here. Now these are the 3 pages: 7 0, 7 1, and 0. These are the 3 pages. Now you know their location. Now you know their location. 0 location is here, 1 location is here, and 7 location is here. So out of these 3, which will not be used in the longest duration of time? So from the string, it is clear that 0 is required immediately. 0 page is required immediately. Hence, do not replace it. After that, 0, 1 is also required immediately. But 7 is the page. This 7 is the page that will not be required, that will not be used for the longest amount of time. That's why replace the 7 number page. Getting this point or not? Means we are looking in the forward direction, we are looking in the future. In future, out of this available pages, this one, out of these pages which are in the main memory, out of this 701, which will not be required, 7 is not required. So 0 and 1 will be remains as it is. Instead of 7, now I put here 2. So that's why 2, 0, and 1. That's why 2, 0, and 1 pages are there inside the main memory. Now the reference is clear, all of you. Now again reference is made to 3. 3 is not available here. Again there is a page fault occurs, so page fault number 5. And to recover from the page fault, what we have to do here? To recover from the page fault, we have to replace the page. And which page is to be replaced? Now compare between 201. So again comparison takes place between these 201 pages. Again the comparison takes place between the page number 2, page number 0 and page number 1. So and in this direction, start in this direction, start in the right hand side direction, start in the future direction. So 0, so 0 is here, here is the 0, then 1, so 1 is here, and 2, so 2 is here, sorry, so 0, 2 and 1. So 0 is here, 2 is here, and 1 is here. So out of this 0 to 1, which will not be required for the longest duration of time, so page number 1. Page number 1 will not be used for the longest duration of time because 0 is immediately required. After that 2 is required. So we cannot go for replacement of 0 and 2. Definitely we have to go for the replacement of 1. So 3. So instead of 1, now 3 is now placed in place of 1, and the structure becomes now 203. 203. Right? Then what we can say, then here next page reference is made to 0. Next memory reference is made to 0. Next demand is 0, and there is no question about the page fault because the page number 0 is already available inside the main memory. Page number 0 is already available in the memory. There is no question about the page fault. Then a reference come to page number 4, and 4 is not available. So page fault number 6 occurs here. This is nothing but the page fault number 6. Right. So again a replacement is there. So which page is to be replaced out of 2? 0, 3. So 2 is required here, 3 is required here. So see here, 3 numbers are very near to each other, but here now here you have to take the comparison. 2, 3, 0. Which is the longest? So 0 is the longest. This one is the longest. So that's why 2 and 3 remains as it is, but you have to replace the 0 and place the 4 there, right? So here is the 2, 4, 3. Getting this point? So this is the beauty, or this is the actual logic of this optimal page replacement algorithm. We have to look into the future in the forward direction. Again reference made to 2, no page, there is no question about the page fault. 3, no question about the page fault. Then 0, here is 0, this is here is 0. For 0 page fault occurs because 0 is not here. So out of this now 2, 4, 3. So out of 2, 4, 3, 2 is here, sorry, 3 is here, 2 is here. So 4 is not in the list. So replace 4. So that's why it becomes structure become 2, 0 and 3. 2, 0 and 3. So next reference is 3. 3 is present in the memory. 2 is present in the memory. Now 1. 1 is not present inside the memory. The page fault number 8 occurs here. And out of this 203, which is to be replaced, now 2 is required here, 0 is required here. So there is no question about the 3 here. So go replace this 3. So 3 is replaced by 1. 3 is replaced by 1. Right. Next 2, no question about the replacement. No 0, no question. Sorry, no question about the page fault. Then 0, no question about the page fault. 1, no question about the page fault because 2, 0, 1 are already available in the main memory. Now come to the page number 7. 7 not available in the memory. That's why page fault occurs. Page fault number 9. And what is happening here? So out of this here 201, which is to be replaced here, 0 is required, 1 is required. So 2 is not in the list. So that's why 2 is replaced here. So 701. The next memory reference made to 0, no question about the page fault. 1, no question about the page fault, right? So, and this is the way. So this is the way how the optimal page replacement algorithm works, right? So total number of page faults are 9. So see the difference in the earlier case, in case of our FIFO, how many page faults were there? The total number of page faults were 15, but this algorithm gives us only 9 page fault. But only the logic you have to remember is that you have to look into the forward direction. Okay, just I'll clear this thing. You have to look in this forward direction of the memory reference string. Always remember. So compare between these 3. You have to replace these 3. You have to compare between these 3. Suppose 230. So out of 230. So from here, suppose if you start here, so 3 is here. So 3 cannot be replaced. So 2 is here. So 2 cannot be replaced. So 0 is here. So you can replace this 0. Means, for example, I am explaining if it is the case, right? So this way. So this is the longest one, or it will, because this is the future now. 0 is it will be in future. So the member which will be longest in future, that is to be replaced, is the simple word, right? So optimal page replacement algorithm is difficult to implement because it requires future knowledge of the reference string. Means you must know key what will be the demand in future. You must know what will exact demand for that particular process. So if you know the demand in advance, then it is easy to implement. But if you don't know, you in the sense operating system, if OS know what will be the memory reference need of each and every process in advance, then only it is possible. But if the demands are dynamic in nature, if the process at runtime it say, yeah, I require page number 7, then after some time it requires page number 0, after some time it says I require page number 4, then if it is a dynamic in nature, changing in nature, then implementation part is very much difficult, right? So another example is solved here: 0 1 2 3, 0 1 2 3, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. The reference string is given here, and three frames are given, and the example is solved here. See here, so how many number of page faults? There are the total number of page faults are 10. Total number of page faults are 10 given, right? So I think this is also clear to you. We'll move to the next algorithm, that is LRU. Least recently used. So this is exactly opposite to your optimal page replacement algorithm. Opposite in the sense, in your optimal page replacement, what we are doing, we are looking in the forward direction, but here you have to look into the backward direction. Means in case of optimal page replacement, we are looking into the future, but here in case of LRU, we have to look into the past. We have to look into the past, right? So this is also called as a looking in the backward direction. Looking in the backward direction. So least recently used policy replaces the page in the memory that has not been referred for the longest duration of time. Remember the statement. Remember the statement. That has not been used, has not been referred for the longest duration of time in the past. In the past, that is to be replaced. This is the simple word. So LRU performs better than FIFO. So as compared to FIFO, LRU is better, and as compared to LRU, optimal is better. This is the comparison. So LRU replacement associate with each page the time of that page last used. So the time of that page last used is nothing but the LRU algorithm, right? So when a page must be replaced, LRU chooses that page that has not been used for the longest period of time. That has not been used for the longest period of time. So this strategy is LRU page replacement algorithm that is looking in the backward direction or looking in the left hand side direction on the memory reference string. So in the time rather than the forward. So again, consider the same string having the memory reference is equal to 20. Same string having the reference string 20, memory references 701, 203, 042, 303, 212, 017, 01. Right, now see, again the three frames are there. Again, how many number of frames? Only three frames are available, right? And the memory reference is made to page number 7. Page fault number 1 occurs because 7 is not there. So bring that 7 in the memory, page fault is satisfied. Page number 0, 0 is not present in the memory, so page fault number 2 occurs. Bring that page, so 7, so it becomes now 7 and 0. Now reference is made to number 1, 1 is not present, so page fault number 3 occurs. So bring that 1 inside the main memory because free frames are free. Right, now the question arises here 2. So page fault occurs because 2 is not present in the main memory. The question starts here. Now how to replace? The replacement policy LRU says that least recently you says that you have to look into the backward direction or in this left hand side direction. So compare these three pages, 701, compare these three pages. Out of these three pages, which page has not been used for the longest duration of time? Has not been used for the longest duration of time. So which is that page? So start from here because here we require this. So start in this direction, left hand direction. So one is recently used. So I can say that 1 is recently used. Then 0 is somewhat older, and 7 is the oldest one. 7 is the oldest. Out of when I compare between this 701, right? So 1 is recently it has taken inside the main memory. So you cannot replace it. 0, okay, it is moderately means just Before 1, the 0 page has brought inside the memory. But 7 is the oldest among this 701. That's why I replace that particular page. And so here, so you will find here 201. Getting this point? So you have to look in this particular direction, left hand side direction, and compare these references in this direction, left direction only. Right? And that is called as a look in the backward direction, looking into the past. In optimal, we are looking into the future, but here we have to look into the past. 0, no question about the page fault. 0 is already available. 3, page fault occurs. We are referring it as a page fault number 5. Now compare between 201. Out of 201, so 0 is the recently used, then 2 is the recently used, 1 is the oldest out of this 201. That's why 1 is being replaced by 3. So it becomes 203. Next reference is made to 0, but 0 is already available. There is no question about the page fault. Then 4. Memory reference is made to 4. 4 is not available. It is 203 only. This is 203 only. That's why page fault number 6 occurs. Now, out of 203, which is the oldest one, or which has not used, in the past. So 0 is recently used. 0 just used. Hey, then the 3, and you will find 2 here. So 2 is the longest as compared to 0 and 3. That's why 2 is being replaced by 4. So you will get here 403. Then next reference is made to 2. Reference is made to 2 here. Then you will find there 403. So you are going to replace 3. So again, here is the thing 402 for 3, which is to be replaced now 240. So 0 is the oldest as compared to 240. So 0 is the oldest. So replace that. So 432 for 0. So here 3, 2, 4. So 4 is the oldest. Then they replace this 4 by 0. So 0, 3, 2. Now for 3, there is no question of page fault. For 2, no page fault. For 1, page fault occurs. Page fault is number 10. So this 2 is here, 3 is here, and in this direction. So 2 is the recently used. Then 3 is again recently, but 0 is the oldest one. So replace this 0. So this becomes 0. Sorry, 1, 3, and 2. Next is nothing but your 2. No question about the page fault. 0. Again, we have to compare. Again, to compare here. So 2 is here, 1 is here. So 3 is the oldest. So replace 3 by 0. So 102. And for 1, no page fault. For 7, 2 is the oldest. That's why it is replaced. And for this 0 and 1 reference string, there is no question about the page fault. So total number of page faults you will find here. Number is equal to 12. 12. This is nothing but 12 your number. Huh? Right. So in case of your FIFO, we are getting for the same string and for the same number of frames. For the same reference string and for same frames, that is 3 number of frames, we are getting number of page fault 15. In case of your FIFO algorithm, right? Then in case of optimal, we are getting it 9. We are getting this page fault equal to 9 in case of optimal algorithm, and 12 in case of your LRU, least recently used page replacement algorithm. So this is actually the comparative study between these 3 algorithms, comparative analysis of the 3 page replacement algorithms. So we can say that optimal gives you the better result, and then LRU and the FIFO, and the strategies are, so in case of your optimal, we have to look into the forward direction or in this right hand side direction. But in case of your LRU, exactly opposite, we have to look in the left hand side direction, or this is also called as the looking in the backward in case of your this LRU. But here you have to look in the forward in case of your optimal page replacement algorithm, right? So one example is solved here. The string is 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So page the same way the LRU algorithm is applied, and number of page faults are found here. Total number of is equal to 16. So this is the simple way. Just what you have to do here, you have to just practice it. Just take this same memory reference string, just solve it with the help of 3 number of page frames and 4 number of frames. Then we have to analyze the result. What exactly is the happening, right? So I think there will not be any doubt in this particular algorithm. So the next concept in the topic, or perhaps it is the last concept from the memory management unit, that is nothing but your thrashing. So thrashing is nothing but if the number of frames allocated to a low priority process falls below the minimum number required, then process must be suspended from execution. So thrashing means it is nothing but the excessive, one can say, thrashing is nothing but excessive page fault occurs in the system. In simple word, how to define the thrashing means the number of page fault occurs in the system, they are much more. So that's why the your execution time of the process is getting reduced, rather than the, because the some process is demanding the page and that page is not available in the memory, the page fault occurs. Now the it will remove that particular page which will require next time, again the page fault occurs and that page is being brought inside the memory, and that particular page is replaced which will require again in the memory. So that's why what is happening here. So instead of executing the maximum time of the processor is now spent on the swap in and swap out of the process, and page fault occurs, number of page fault occurs more and more number of page faults occur. So we can call it as a thrashing. This particular mechanism is called as the thrashing, that is excessive page fault. No useful work is done by your processor. All the work is all the time is spent on the swapping in and swapping out the processes only, and execution time is very less. So this is the only given here. So however, since all its pages are in active use, so it must replace page that will needed again right away. Therefore, consequently, it very quickly faults again and again and again. The phenomenon of excessively moving pages back and forth between memory and the secondary storage is called as the thrashing. So important concept you have to remember, what is the thrashing means. The phenomenon of moving, excessively moving pages back and forth between main memory and the secondary storage, it is called as the thrashing. And why the thrashing occurs? Because as the number of page fault increases, so to satisfy the page fault, you need to bring that page inside the main memory, and and as the number of page fault increases, definitely the thrashing goes on increasing. So it consumes a lot of computer energy, but accomplishes very little useful work. So definitely the maximum time of the CPU is being currently utilized on your paging, or the one can say swapping only instead of executing. So more time is spent on the paging rather than executing. So thrashing results in a severe performance problem. So if there is a thrashing, so definitely the system performance degrades, or there is a low down in the performance of the system, right? So see here, thrashing has occurred. So page fault rate increases. When the thrashing occurs, the page fault rate automatically increases tremendously. Therefore, effective memory access time increases. And as there is no useful work getting done, because the process spending all of its time on the paging. So see here, the graph of CPU utilization. So on this y-axis, the CPU utilization is printed here. And on this x-axis, there is a degree of multi-programming. Degree of multi-programming means what? You go on increasing number of processes. You go on increasing number of processes inside the main memory. So as you go on increasing the number of processes, though no doubt your CPU utilization increases. What is your aim? Your aim is that your CPU must not sit idle for a single millisecond of time. So what you are doing here, you go on increasing the number of processes inside the memory and looking better CPU utilization, looking for better processor utilization. But what happened? Yes, no doubt your CPU utilization will continue growing, but after some time, this point is called as the thrashing point. This particular point is called as the thrashing point. After some time, so though you are going to increase the degree of multiprogramming, though you are putting more and more number into the processor, but what happened? The CPU utilization is reduced drastically from this particular point, and that particular point is called as the thrashing point. So as the degree of multiprogramming increases, CPU utilization is increases more slowly. So this is the slow nature of graph, increasing slow manner until maximum reach, until this maximum point reach. But if DOM, degree of multiprogramming, increases even further, thrashing sets in. So that point is called as the thrashing sets in, and CPU utilization drops sharply. CPU utilization drops sharply. So at this point must decrease the degree of multiple. So from this point, you must reduce the number of processes from the main memory, so that your degree of your CPU utilization will remain constant, and there will be no any thrashing. So thrashing happens means what? The maximum work, instead of execution, the maximum work is spent on the page fault occurs, and as the page fault occurs, to rectify the page fault, the processor or the OS need to replace that page, right, to rectify that page fault or to recover from the page fault. So what is happening here? Instead of executing, the operating system is moving the pages very fastly between main memory to secondary storage, from secondary storage to main memory to secondary storage. This is the only process happening, because what happened, there is a frequent requirement of the pages. There is a frequent requirement of pages, but that page is not found in the main memory. Page fault occurs, and to fulfill the page fault, again swapping occurs. So this is the interlink phenomenon, and what is happening here, your actual performance goes down here. The CPU utilization goes down after some time, and that is called as the thrashing actually, right? So this is the concept, thrashing concept from the this particular unit is the last concept, right? So the course outcome we have learned in this particular session, that is FIFO, LRU, and optimal page replacement algorithm. Then the thrashing is the important concept, and the principle of locality is there. Then course outcome attainment of the session is to understand the various memory management technique that we have already discussed, right? And important question, just already I have discussed that on this particular topic you will find such type of questions. The memory reference string is given to you. This is the string 1234, then 2156, 212336. Count the number of page fault that occur with 3 number of frames using FIFO and LRU page replacement methods, and discuss the results. The another example is given, or another question is given here. The reference string is given 01362452 5031 25410. Count the number of page faults that occur with 3 frames, right? And using FIFO, optimal, and LRU page replacement methods, right? So this is the way how the questions are generally asked on this particular topic in your end semester examination. Of course, this topic is, this is as it is a 4th unit, it will not be for your in semester, but for end semester the weightage is more for this particular unit, right? These are the references. Always, as usual, I say that you have to always go for the Galvin and reference books only. Don't go for any local author. Okay.